Ale anyanta von Sajid.
Wala alenga jabang.
Ale von Sajid.
Wala Mama Jali.
Usteni Masata.
Wala Mama Jali.
Alale Masayandi.
Ina mutonyati.
Baroda bodima. Nubakunda da bodima loy. Musada bodima. Mandela ya dogu oge. Ye alale bate jola. Mofa bante Gambia. Mofa bante Gambia.
The party leader.
Gambia bebe jelila. Gambia bebe seori. Ye alale bate jola. Mansole bate jola. When I need the money too. Munante ni mbole mude. Jugun asa fole manjali. Munante bota money too. Never then kill you malala. Ni useni fata dami. Juna nyanta fala yele. Mandela dogu wakele. Salida bokema. Ye mayenduru kema. Mandela. Ye Gambia bebe jelela. Ye Gambia bebe seori. Ye ale von Sajid. Ye ale bate jola. Mansole bate jola. Ye ale von Sajid. Ye ale von Sajid. Mandela dogu oke. Muna do luka Mandela. Do luka Hussein Dabo. Ye do luka Dabo. Ye do luka Hussein. Ye do luka Loya. Hussein do bola do bole. Ye do boka Hussein. Ye another comfort mami. Ye woluka Loya. I don't walk a Gambia. Ye Gambia. Mandela. Ye Mandela rokele. Ye Mandela military. Ye Mofa bante Gambia. Mosaro bante Gambia le. Ye Gambia bebe jelela. Ye ID. ID wombedi abunde. Ye Gambia badi ade. Ye usena mulunata. Ye bi wombedi ade. Ye Gambia badi ade. Ye sakada bodula. Ye baroda bodima. Ye nukunda da bodima. Ye kemo sisa morde. Ye useni kada kemo. Ye useni kada kemo. Kemo sisa morde. Ye Gambia badi ade. Ye bi wombedi abunde. Bi wombedi abunde. Ye Gambia kala kemo. Useni kala kemo. Ye kemo ebaroke. Ye mandi sulanata. Ye bi wombedi abunde. Ye Gambia badi ade. Mofa bante Gambia. Mosaro bante Gambia. Ye baroda bodima. Ye alale bate jola. Mansole bate jola. Ye salida bokema. Ye mayenduru kema. Ye Gambia badi ade. Abarika. Gambia badi ade. Ye bi wambendi abunde. Bi wambendi a. Maimuna sisa morle. Maimuna sisa morle. Useni kana maile. Ye vadu sanya konate. Ye vadu sanya nyonde. lele ye jalo jatile ye jalo jatima ye ni masabura tai ye keso korolo ye kambia badi ale ye kambia badi ale ye bi wombe di abute ye usani damlo polule ye usani damlo polule ye mainduru ke mai ye bi wombe di abute ye kambia badi ale ye aiji wo aiji Papa Masoji, Jodo Usen Kano, Jodo Dabo Kano, Ye Obendi Abone, Ye Ala Bate Jola, Masole Bate Jola, Ye Mandela Dokuakele, Ye Gambia Bebe America, Mandela Dokuakele, Mandela Dokuake, Gambia Bebe Jerela, Ye Mofa Bata Gambia. Gambia
Gambia Banko kam fokata diaspora la ñu waɗon ɓe Gambia Banko le kan nata me de like mojama Gambia diwol nel bantala nata ni carte fayo men binari ni carte fayo men binari ndel be UDP le pasa kan UDP le la parti oti ka do de ngaji le batame be kiri Banko kan abri de fon fura de jam do pol ka chalale bari de nga jappandro ama me UDP tata national bari dogu de keri mo be siri ani kunu fon ni dindin dolbe kachata no mbay na kera ko dogu de wala ko mas kuna ma de ma wala na yi ko ni nada al employment wala ko ni tola ni la sola ko ibe focus wala ya make sure ko so banko kan awodi so nyaadi do wala ni ko di karandi ye karandi ramudo ani metola wala ko education and skills kaddu nyamo mo be do ko la tranta na kan pasme to so ko ko mas na sa diwa wala na jenda sa jaw ni wala education and skills mo be man karana do di wala bal ni kan ni ya dola ikran jamaala ko dala America banko kan diri sin ndame do ni wol man krawma di medini mo nyaare so we be fanangela beje na la fo pour que do ko la fo pour que metro karan wala na ko ko na ko sono ya food security na gele bi we do men food na next we already ko me focus hani baro fona do moro wala fonciala bi par exemple dina pour na agriculture wala na seno ko kambe bi ci wala wala ñi ko yidi dem de wala ñi ko seno e ko consider wala bagre wala ñi ko be senela de wala le be modern senos senanya na wala ñi ko seno ko na daban ko wonta be dala sa ko ma sino naadi je senela de ma ni kando kono ani fana sama ko yede ma pour seno sono ya fo ci fin jama bondino aw fana kan jar kende apno problem barati health wala na number 4 agenda ñi wala ñi ko bi de agenda le temps de ñame bo ci so be fara pingula sa ndu mo fara ni coronavirus o men fara na ni na do be da ya tinya wala na UDP ko ni tan na da la fourth agenda wala ni to be kala health planning wala obviously to make sure that le temps on be there sa do bi fon imanya han ni lutano stano ila doctor ya dron la dispensa ya o ye pharmacie kilo so bari nga jela ko yi ni ko be ta ba kan kan ni ko ani ko na nyaje manyinke life wala ni ko energy chronic hearing being del be dano jang among cross to bring 7 o'clock la be na da so ko ko ka ko midnight so kunu na so no bari kamen ke role la ka so ni ko bibi ni la la business so la ja sai na ko attack no ni ni ka na ko ko do ko se ga do mo ko starsi da ko la ko do ko bari woti kino la gambe banko kam because man focus wala ni kilo frenda mo jani kam kilo be banta bari te renew energy ni kala wala ni ko ni solar energy ni ni ko do me be dano arambaro ba dulla $150,000 arambaro kini ko le do mo duwolu no multiply no na flow tanu do ya ni energy ko wo solar be ma ko kunda ne o tanu do yo faranta ya di gambe college o kusi fal ne ko le kala wala ni ko na sa do ka nyame wala nan tel be wulta diaspora ngana do ko bla ngana timbaya bla jam ku ngana jam ni gambe dule kacha ndumbe o kelale mo ni lafte la moyla be kacha le be tonyalo fule kadu ndel be dam bi sur bana ci sinol je bare dina tambi da wele ni da ko fansuro fo do man ni so do fo ci wule yemo do fana de wa andu tel fana wala na ni ke yam ni de nyaaje la ko da nyaame na man ci lodi yewuli lo UDP be wala for the last 22 years 25 years or so wala nantel ko sila alinga ni parti franata na banko dila ni banko dila karanal be loya dabo sinna o mo tawo fo ninki ol musol ni agenda ani national development wala be la fo ko sama ko pour ina dron ye iman na formation no ye fo la sandu de dala wala ko na de dala so the thing go ka wala dron address so ladies and gentlemen this is what obviously I am in Gambia right now I came in a few days ago. Just wanted to talk in depth a little bit about the 5-point agenda. Obviously, we just finished our national tour. Many of us in the diaspora are back home and trying to help a political party and sensitize our people to talk to them, to let them understand what is at stake right now. Because clearly, the last 5 years has been very bad. Yesterday, I spoke to a young man, and I asked him, I said, hey, are you going to vote for UDP? He's like, I am independent. I said, what do you mean, independent? He said, well, I don't pick one side. I said, so you don't care? He says, no, I care. I said, how have your life been the last 5 years? He said, I said, compared to Jamaica's time and now, would you say life has gotten better? He said, no, actually, I am going down. It's getting worse. I'm just basically tired. So we had a very good conversation. And, he looked at me saying that, you know what, you're right. Because I try to let them know that this is their country. Many of us, telling them this is because we have tasted and seen what success is like. And it is their right for them. The money that is spent right now campaigning for the government or Barrow going to build a house in Makonkunda, that's their money. So this is what we need to do. We talk to them in little booths. We don't have to have big rallies. The big rallies are going to come. But we're going to talk to them one-on-one. So 5 and 10 people to let them understand what is the risk. At the end of the day, it is their lives. And one of the things that we're doing is to try to tell them about the 5-point UDP agenda that we just finished our tour. Youth employment, it goes without, obviously everybody understands the importance of youth employment. The reason why we have high crime, the reason why we have, a lot of youths going around, committing crimes and sitting around having attires is because there's no form of employment. Government doesn't even want to think out of the box. What can I do to better the, private sector so that more people can get jobs? So UDP's focus will be youth employment. That is a very, very important because they're saying that about 65% of the population are youth. So it's very important that we focus on that. But you can't talk about employment without education and skills. And we all understand some of us are fortunate to have gone to school, got a little bit of education, and then obviously picked up jobs. Some people just don't like education, and that's why you have to do educational skills. Today, this house that I'm sitting in is built partly by foreigners, and I could really count on one hand how many Gambians really worked on this house, and many of your houses that are listening out there. Our youths are not educated. The quality of education is very poor in the country. No skills. We're importing all of our labor and all of our carpenters, electricians from Senegal, from Guinea, from South, and we can't live like that. So we have to really focus on that for youth to understand. Computers, when they're broken, just going to landfills, but they have to be fixed. And these are all the things that we need to work with the youth to make sure that they're educated, they have skills, and then employment. Obviously, the whole idea of having to go to school, work, and everything is to have a good living. The fact that right now food security is very, very, very unstable in this country. The cost of living is very expensive. I mean, breakfast alone can cost anywhere from $150 to $500. That is if you want to have breakfast. And a piece of bread, I think it's up to like $12 now. And this is little basic things. Human being cannot have any form of dignity if you cannot even put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it is very important. These are little things that we need to focus on to make sure that there's food security. It's well taken care of. Our agriculture, we spend a lot more money into our agriculture because the fact remains that they're not spending anything. The last time we checked, Barrow went and purchased donkeys and give it to the farmers. Who farms with a donkey these days and expect to farm acres of land? This is why we're going to go into modern technology of agriculture, making sure that we have enough food. I'm not saying that under a UDP government in the first 5 years we're going to feed ourselves 100%, but at least we can cut the amount of import that is coming into the country in food. We can produce our own onions, our own lettuce, and those basic things we can. And then obviously foreign dependence will go down. Because with foreign dependency, and if we don't have good food, you can have good health. If you don't have a good balanced diet, if you don't have food to eat, you can have good health. And that's why it's very important today. The maternity rate, death rate in our country is the highest. It's actually embarrassing to sit here and talk about that. And I think any government that is responsible, the days that women are dying in maternity or giving birth is past. We should be very serious about this. Also, COVID money, Barrow himself has said that the COVID money that came into the country, even the ants will realize that there's money in that country. But today, people are poor. There's no gasoline in the country. There's no sense of planning. It's just chaotic. And it brings us to energy. I am sitting here right now. The reason why I'm not doing this Facebook Live is because it's not, there's no electricity right now. So I have to record it and obviously upload it. This way it's much easier. And many of you that are listening to this, you're working from your homes these days. But clearly, it's not possible in Gambia. How do you expect to develop that good energy? The sun is burning us. If you go out there, it's extremely hot. But then it's just going to waste. Why can't we capture that energy? Why can't we do solar and take our normal grid off and put some of it on solar and then fix the grid and balance it out? Gradually, you will have you will work in your home and business will come. The reason why we don't have a lot of private companies over here is because they can't even have reliable electricity to be able to do their basic business. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the essence of what we're trying to do. We're not here trying to just here, talk to people to let them understand what we're saying. It is your responsibility, my responsibility, because at the end of the day, if Gambia doesn't do well, or do well in the United States or somewhere else, we will still have to help our people back home. And dependency is the worst thing a human being can have, because then you don't have any sense of dignity. So we really have to get up as a people. This is not the time to really pick and choose who you like, who you hate. The fact remains that the last 5 years, the Gambia has the worst stuff than ever. So we've got to rise as a people and make sure that we sensitize our people. Let's go to the villages, let's go to our community. Right where I'm sitting here yesterday, I had 10 people that I spoke with. And so I feel like they're a little easier to be around. As a human.
Okay, assalamualaikum baringulu antalom sehu akal bismillah yuri balai bantaba late edition of political perspective. So be tenelu I've seen a lot of comments, people saying MB is not live on the Bantaba. This is just a video recording that has been sent to me to play it, and that's how the video came through. So that's why you're getting the echo. So I know a lot of people started complaining about the quality sound. Sometimes you just audience or you have to be patient with us. Technology, sometimes we can't stop this. Left to us alone, we would like to get everything out there perfectly, but sometimes it's these videos are sent. I think let me just explain. Carl Kontom back for Carl, welcome you people like Bantaba. Colleague Lady started this initiative reaching out to a lot of UDP members, and I think you must have seen a lot of videos on Facebook. Yunus Aydra did one, and David, one Pata did one, Natamas did one, and other people. She sent me these videos that I'll be playing on Bantaba, but MB Learning, I had to take it from because some of the videos are so large. When they are large, it's difficult. For example, you want to take it to save it a video on another software and then download it on the stream on the platform. So it goes through layers of process. So I had to go into his Facebook wall and retrieve this video there and play it on the screen. So maybe that's why the echo is happening. This is the thing, and I say few people saying that the quality of the sound. I understand, even myself, I'm listening to it, the quality of the sound has an issue, but there we go. The message is what is important sometimes. We cannot do these things to perfection. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to do it to perfection. We are working with the resources that we have. So these things are bound to happen. But Bismillah, beautiful man. So that's the voice of Wolam Momodo Bailo Kubalitis. Right now he's in the Gambia. And he recorded this video in Gambia. Probably it also has to do with Mala recording. I mean, there could be echo when he was recording it. So this is coming for John Wallen in Tabidiam Kamal. When you are listening to us, probably I don't know whether all the videos are in English. I think maybe if videos could be in the local languages, because the Karefa is someone right now. The Karefa Wato in fact, Liros right now. Right now, the election is just 3 weeks, barely 3 weeks, some days away. So name video in local languages is going to be very, very handy. About a greater number of the 900,000 voters will looking up on the local languages. That will definitely help a lot. So maybe the next edition I will play, either a video, and I'll play what I do every program. I'll have to play some of these videos here. But the videos are meant to be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but some of them went on to 3-4 minutes. And when they are large, it's sometimes very difficult to compress these video files and then upload it on the platform when they're extremely large. You see the one that Lord Mayor Taliban should have made available to us. That one, the 5-point agenda one, if you look at it, I'll bring that on the screen right now. It's about 2 minutes, this one. Yes. This is about 2 minutes. It's very easy to upload on the platform. See, this is about 2 minutes. When they are short, it's easier. This is usually a 5-point agenda. Empowerment and employment, education, schools, agriculture, schools, education, public health, security, and social security. So this video send this. This one is actually very easy, handy, and easy. So there we go. Okay, there we go. We bring these things so that we can definitely share some of them on the platform. So in Europe, in the UK, and in the Gambia. So good, but it's perfect for the folks in the US, maybe North America. I think this is really perfect time for them. And for those in Europe or UK, probably they can listen to the rerun. Some people are already in bed in Europe and in the UK. It's quite late here. I understand if majority, but circumstantially, sometimes we'll be late. I was away for the weekend. Came back. I was traveling on the train back. Now I when I reach here, to sort out a few things. So the program could not come earlier than normal. But program auto. The program auto maybe 1 hour. Right now we have spent 24 minutes on the clock. So what we have to do is I just want to talk about a few issues and then we carry on. And obviously MB Krubali la diamo moile, we've listened MB la diamo moile, MB Bemem Foka. What I want to talk about is Gambia opposition and Meli Alonko, they are really ready for change. Start follow. Membe Kambanko can sign. Gambia la ku jaho amanyana mo tinkuna because Gambia President Soto Meli Alonko Gambia lo nyante hakilo tula to bakere Adama Barrow dangerous to back adama selfish tale adama man lafi bankola adama lafi kunkilingola ngajele ko after the nomination floodgates open for so-called independent presidential aspirants. These Tamsir Jasi, something Ba, and whoever, and continue to follow. You know, some of these independents, I don't know. Now they all converge in the State House, meeting their boss. We have said this here countless times, and we are vindicated again. We did say that these people are sponsored by Adama Barrow, and then they will return home. And indeed, they have started returning home. It is very sad, but I'm not more surprised. What of the better can Tamsir Jasi, mom, these people are love them for a mole. I said it yesterday on Bintu Bantaba. It is, somebody said I'm breaking. Okay, let me listen. Okay, somebody said I'm breaking. It is, somebody said I'm breaking. Let me see. Let me have a go. I don't know whether it's okay now. Could you guys just let me know if it's okay now? Somebody alerted me. They failed. Somebody alerted me earlier. Kumbe break coming. So if it is okay, just let me know before I proceed. Somebody called Momodunda was watching. Where is I can't see? You know, with Momodunda, you can never see Momodunda watching. I don't know whether he watches through computer or he watches through the window. But somebody said, Momodunda was my haribi. Satan. I know the other one, some other MPP, the Lambda Momufi, te mom, money def my monitor, Mofi will have the jalu, def my call out on social media. Lambda, you're going to So is it okay now? All right. Somebody said it's okay. A couple of people said it's okay now. Thank you guys. We are good to go now. Okay. These opportunistic politicians, they think presidency is a child's play. Well, Barole Nyunube Joe, Barole sponsor, and now today in Ageleko, I read it in one of the newspapers. Adama Barole Marik Sok from invited the State House. Adama Barrow yung candidate sifa incumbent sifa fanang Adama dunia kon. Adama Barrow APRC soto. I NCP soto. I PPP soto. I all these people soto. Bakili and all these people endorsing him. And he said Adama Dal. Adama was satisfied. What is Adama afraid of? Who is Adama afraid of? By now, Adama should just be so comfortable. But no. Adama alone go UDP supports the party. Because neither Adama, like his supporters are saying, Adama would not be desperate reaching out to Marisok. And thankfully, I think Marisok Lakacha ended in a stalemate, according to the information that I read on one of the newspapers, and Marisok should address the nation, according to that newspaper. So Barrow succeeded in getting Lamin Bojang, the general Lamin Bojang. Tamsir Jazi, who wrote a lot of articles against Barrow, saying that Gambia can't afford to have Barrow presidency, but he just swallowed his own words right now, and then he joined Barrow. And he endorsing Barrow right now. But what I left a more advice Lamina. Tamsir Jasi has no political clout. Tamsir Jasi, maybe probably his a la family. You see, Barrow can have all these 20 so-called independent candidates, but look, somebody with political clout, somebody like Bibi Dabo, he's a influencer in Kiang West. He akata MPT in Kiang West, former vice president, former minister of finance, former ambassador of Senegal, one political heavyweight soldier. But yes, they have their votes, and in fact, they were not going to vote for UDP anyway, so nothing has changed for us. I think focus. We will see all this independence because Gambia, this is unprecedented. Gambia, Namana Nisifadi, all these people throwing their hearts in the ring because Barole be coma. Ibrahim Tabaramani for an audio moile, Ako Ateman joined Barofo, but UDP for an approach, so no decision. GMC will file an appeal. CA Ablai Jame is nominated. So there is one thing here. Adam UDP that's a perfect statement because he is in power, incumbent. He's got the state resources. So he's got about 4, 5, 6 political parties with the former ruling party, APRC executive entirely, campaigning for him, and still the man is so uncomfortable. What is going on? One would have thought by now, Adam would say, you know what? We've already won these elections. Guys, let's go out and campaign. We have sufficient numbers. But no. He reached out to Marisok, and Marisok, Naman Kamben. And he's going to reach out to many people. But I think UDP 3 weeks later the election. Being in Tunko Mara and I Tunko program also to the Amtaji, one day for the Amtaji. Nasidi Saneba post Jelebi, Uncle Sidi Sane. Ako oppositional relay, oppositional commander ko Mantara Banko kam. Oppositional be Banko kane. Ako oppositional because Tonya, we have a lot of talking points. Corruption of the Bangkok have a foreign tep. Marsandiso dabe serling. Marsandiso Adama Boka diam, Alnana Adama Boromela diamo mano dal. Anala Indiam Siabe. I think the program is coming a bit. I don't know whether you guys are hearing me because I can see myself perfectly on the computer, but when I look at my phone, it looks a bit blurry. So I don't know what's going on. So it looks a bit blurry for me. But on the computer, I'm okay. But on my phone, it looks a bit blurry. So I just want you guys to say whether you're hearing me. If you're not seeing my face, that doesn't matter. It's the voice that matters. Lemon folk are really important. But Janime continue. There is a GoFundMe link. Assist our DAO. Member Birmingham Jam. Ala sister lebanta ala brother lebanta Germany. Safo inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Amani mani kufarkalai. So ilaftaka fureo in Samba Gambia. So na GoFundMe link ko ijoto. I reach out to us and other platforms as well. So that's why now we'll GoFundMe link okay. Promomo la face. Il after me donate like okay, so I can see some people said I'm slightly breaking. The sound is okay. Okay, let me do this. Let me manage with the situation here. Let's do this. let me do this and see whether this works. Okay, I think I should. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Let's manage with it. Let's manage with the situation as it is. Okay. Okay. Somebody said you guys can hear me well. What important if the picture is blurry and the quality of the video is blurry, that shouldn't be an issue. But if you are hearing me, that's fine. Let me look at the. If the picture is blurry and the quality of the video is blurry, that's. I think it's okay now. It's good now. I think so. I think it's all right. It's much better than before. So okay, now continue. Program on Gambia member je wala nyintiko. We have a desperate president. We have to stop this man. Gambia opposition olu alenga diamu corruption wala membe banko kam. Alenga diamu cocaine ko wala membe banko kam. Marsandi soldat be salary nyameng. Alenga diamu wala. Wallon topical points olti. Gambia le the state of the Gambian economy. Surtout corruption o membe banko kam. Corruption o nyante ka message amplify. Andung yes bring nomination o ketajang. Ndenga program o sotole. Biri yanko bada abonata ako iko barola assets so 200 million of million kemefula. Then yalon Gambia, even in public scrutiny ketanyame alanga tonya for amanke properly. So-called public scrutiny lom. Public scrutiny, proper public scrutiny, inyanta access dealer, civil society groups sola, ni journalists solo, give them enough time to President Barola assets solo, ye file olu yele. So right now, I am not going to change my position about the 200 million until and unless Barrow proves us wrong. No challenge the dealer. Yes, iko Malagan ko 50 million long. Nobody has been giving any evidence. Ikoya file solege. So nim Barrow assets on million talulun. Alimul proof right. Let Barrow come out. And Gambia opposition alinga President Barrow challenge. Alinga maintain ko Barola assets as far as we know is more than 50 million. Unless Adama Funtinang, ayala assets will declare publicly ko lawyer dabo ayala assets will declare jamin aning Dr. Ismaila Cissé. Esa fall assets will kilis class manke oti. Adama nga document odoloje ko Adama moto tanning worole babulu. What the value? So nobody is going to be wrong here to make any projection about Adamala wealth. I have seen a lot of people on social media, well, they are supporting AU NPP. They pretend not to be supporting NPP. Wow, you are Facebook journalist, you break news. You know what? If the president is not transparent, then you cannot blame us or anybody saying that Adamala wealth is X amount of X million. If somebody says Adama Barrow is $300 million is rich, the onus is on Barrow. Ainala asset solta I circulate to all the media houses. If Adama Barrow motor tani woro sotale, we don't know the worth of those vehicles. Jamal just anunga nga kukilinje yankuba dabo kumafo. Adama Barrow assets declaration because some I are suffering in penol. They just scribble with pen. So this assets declaration of Adama Barrow, I am not taking it seriously. And I think Adamala worth is more than 50 million. Mokana mo nene jang. Kodo meme Adama bulu atamita million talululale. Adama nganye mo iko 2016 iko Adama ko million mo ni ulule babulu 25 million. Where did Adama Barrow get 25 million from? Adama le afo janko ate ala infinity biring ala fita sanna during the campaign atata la korala taile. So Adama 25 million al assets. Mangum estate is not worth 25 million. Adama ka mola korla leta ke luasi ka jo. So I still maintain my position. I don't believe that Barola assets is just 50 million. Let Barrow prove me wrong. And this is the message nyanta memfola karte failali. Karte failalu Gambia al atolla lopitanolto. X-ray machine correct ringol tije, MRI scanner tije, borolo tije. But Adama Barrow, iko million tan lulu ay wala soto ni sanyi lulu ay abonde min tole. adama la jo sanji lulo be ko nyanta kala million tani lulo leti e ka jo million saballa kari ko kari o fongo siata la nyanta talala le. A poor country like Gambia, president should not be paid $3 million a year. I maintain that position. Adama Boko Domorosang, Abuka Depas Bondi, Adama La Femobe is free. Why should the president be paid $3 million a year? For what? $250,000 a month. It's unnecessary. It's among young. All right? But Adama ko million talulu ayole soto. Korra kala manka man kurra korra ngamra 15 million no. Adama manka man kunda korra lo within the first 3 years. First 3 years, how can Adama Barrow get $15 million? Where on earth? First 3 years of his presidency. So ntolu nyanta memfola nimbe carte feola nimbeta mbeta mol mitla alla president na kodo sunyale. Adama kan na kodo le sunya businessman le kan ka kodo di Adama la. Instead of Adama ya dundi l'hôpital auto, Adama ka moto sanga fangoy. Man kallala de Adama Barrow ya foko. Ako Kalilu wage moto bi brand new la ko jenda falman video je ba mbadi Gambian suma mbokk Gambien ni gis ngeen video bi president mo ngi to di drive bopam. Election bi it shouldn't be about Dabo Adama Barrow nañ leen xool sen jikko yi kan moo jëna jub si ñoom ñaar. Adama Barrow dafa jubadi su Adama jubadiwut woon Adama fan la wara jëlee 15 million pour sampa kiram bu nekk manka mankunda façon yi lañ wara waxtaan voters yi président boo xam ne dafa jëli alali mbooloo even su jëlul alali mbooloo businessman yi dañ ko ñëw bribe ko because bribery la Kalilu wage lu tax mu ngi wara sampa Adama Barrow kir Adama supporter sama ko wax de man waxuma ko de benn supporter moo wax ne Adama Barrow keram bi rek manka mankunda moom samput ko bi Sénégalais yi ñoo ko sampa man waxuma ko de ntema fo de Adama la supporter sol le nyimfo bari Kalilu wage Adama fongo dale ya fuko Kalilu wage le moto sangaye Adama be moto borende kan abe comfortable lane waye moto bi ani Senegalese gado men fo mi da wo fon surprise ka ko man dama fo second hand la de brand new la ko jende so Adama abe teacher kan he said that with a lot of confidence. Anyway, by the way, happy birthday to Fenda. Today is Fenda's birthday. We wish her all the best. Many birthdays to come. Fenda, happy birthday. Today, la birthday at the beginning of the program. Happy birthday to Fenda Dabo. We hope the next one, obviously, will have a unity government in power. So, anyway, so back to the topic. Adama Barola corruption on tol alinka diam wala back. Marsandisol la dase until la fita ngamen for the next 3 weeks. Topic points nyanta focus la men kam. Crime rate be barrel banko kan nyame. Adama in the draft constitution wala governance structure completely fail. Tapale ya membe banko kan ngajele. Tilingo mantra civil service. Ngajele Prince Bokar Sankano atata Adama Barola nete people store. Wolo ngaje jana pamodu ye information wala share. Mo me yalon ko ay o sunkuto ta ka suspend. Ate fon abe president Barola meeting oto. Menketa buffer zone. Prison officer me yalon ko ay wo fatu bojan a reprimand. So nyin jubadi manyal nyin tilingu balial melbe Adama la mansekunda. Nyine nyante kalanto la diamu talti. Na diamu talal sotore. We have a lot of issues to talk about. But corruption should be high. Because ye mansa kunda je me alanko corruption be wari waralinje. Corruption alinga amplify. Let's talk about this corrupt government. President ote million tani lulu sotola no kamanka mon kunda korlalo ningatara a dependa la salary le kanka Adama jo kodola. But Adama korontota within 3 years, less than 3 years, Adama yala korlalo meme manka mankunda. Borol man sotola ptano Adama mankea. Sign Adama kata ambulance or some because carte fayola sita. Ngajaja na ambulance or rang. Even in fact la video be je barande kan. But sanji kilin sanji fula sanji saba sanji nan Adama man fuarol nyasoto. Adama man lopitanol nyasoto. Ngo ni Adama fuarol nyasoto. Gambia nyanta problema soto extremasimo to ba. Extremasimo. Gambia ni kon na lopitanol ma extremasimo they struggle. MRI scanner son buka so. Bang nien na jiben na l'hôpital lo mol ke la lara mo kilin ke la lara mo flase lara kilin se alta ar Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital. But with that, the president is able to get 50 million. Go. Wala na president wal Gambia mo bebe nyo sabakam president ya. Because ya jele ko Adama nata, we think Adama is now filthy rich. Nga molo jele ba ko Adama is the poorest president. I saw somebody like Ganu saying that, propagating that. Nyanta Adama la wealth mezola nyaming. Esa fal la kodo, nalone esa ya la kodo soto nyani. Asa was a lawyer internationally representing, he handled high profile cases. All right, we know that. So that is something that no one. But Adama Barrow, business tycoon like a kodo sangay, bagasol sangay, that itself is corruption 101. President of the reason that President of Joe enough so that I cannot bribe Rita. The reason why the President of Joe ngala baluo diala puru mo kana duku. But Adam can $150,000 a day. Wofana nyante kala talking point. So lafitan tolu me yalon ko diamu what apolto. Adam ala depaso wuli keme wuli talulu alen kare diamu wala. Alen nyim fo carte faylalie. Alen nyim fo vota solie. Nintata kiang badibo. Central River Region, ndolu jara wol mafon la, kombonkolu, ala foy ko president la, adama la da kalandiamo be. Ala adama la diamu siya be, alnane adama moy la molu jabi about the depasso akam State House. Anane yakere bang? Adama ndax def ñu musa tontu affaire dépasse mo State House, musu ko tontu. Te du ko musa tontu. Every day we are telling Adama Barrow, you spend $150,000 dépasse am best bu nek musu ko tontu. Adama Barrow lafite wo fanan jabi. Molu jabi wala? Ila dépasse yi ka jël do State House every day. Munana Adama itebe wuli kebe wuli talulu domola. Gambia mo jël le ka hani $500 afford no dépasse. Mo jël le ka wuli killing afford no. Adama Barrow lafite yen jabi. Opposition olo ani melka diamu alinga nyinken na campaign talking points solti. President wala depaso wuli keme wuli talulu. Why? Munatina. Sango karokono is 4 million. 4.5 million. 150,000 near multiplied by 30 days la. Omo jelleti. 4.5 million. Million nani wuli keme lulu. Womu Adama la domoro damaleti. Alinga ñoo la moy jande nañ leen déglu bu baax ñenenti million juróomi téeméeri junni half a million 4.5 million weer bu nekk loolu la Adama Barrow di lekka State House nañ leen laajte suñ bopp façon président bi lañ soxla ndax lu tax ñu ngi war a fay Adama Barrow lekkaam rek 4.5 million na Adama génn tontu mu ngi wax bari dina dem si rally dina gaal wala lawyer daabo dina wax na keba sayin ak keba yatale ak ñinale def de gaaw faate waaye musuta tontu si affaire dépasse bu mo State House te du ko musa tontu supporters mi duñu tontu si loolu dama la na challenge ma ngi challenge nguur gi nañ leen wax Gambian si Adama Barrow weer bu nekk ñaata la del dépasse State House kari wo kari Adama ka jelle dépasse State House ñu ne ñante kala na diam talti mbadingol right now man time soto kari kata janale kari be sawna Adama Barrow le what is a perennial issue compared to the bigger issues melbe carte o fayla ali nga ñi message o foye ali nga ñi message o amplify atute to le bulu ye lamoy ntolu nga sata nga ke WhatsApp audio to bibe la carte o fayla mo meya ni te ke la carte o fay Adama Barrow le Adama ka million nani dépasse woto wodi ate tele wote afo Adama ko ite ba fula Adama ni lafte million tampon spend bari ntela l'hôpital to borol tije musolbe bankan timoto na jele ko private clinical fund generator the supply today another talking point petrol crisis meme banko kam sai essence fond mankitale yala wotumo gasoline no mankita so nga point jele fo jam corruption a drug case is pending in the country Adama Boko Jabi all right Adama Barrow la depasso Number 3, hopelessness of the youths. Doku sotobalia. That's number 4. Job creation. Adama buka diamola. Alnana Adama Baro moila diamola. Adama Baro le depaso. Alnana moila diamola. Ntolu nyanta nyille fola. Ntolu me yalon kan diam WhatsApp olto, ga diam Facebook olto. We have lot of things. Anumbe diamula. Na député wol fane. UDP député wol mal address la. Be diam la national executive. Sign mantra siwa toto. Today, people, everybody should be vocal on the online radios. Nganyin kumul jabakase woto. Moli. Mantra sino. Barely 3 weeks to the elections. Ngalongo on the November 13th, rally ba nyantekela opanyomi. UDP nyanda rally ba sotology. On the 13th, nyimeng. Fatsen sabali wol nata janne. And the more donation, okay, Mbafule, thank you. So UDP will be on Opanyomi on the 13th of November. Medan Najel. Bari, men kumayata jantolu menka diam, say alinga na mol call, nanyi message amplify, nanyi message sol warandi. Konga president ole soto me alonko, anatale de, sachembo, ay na kudo sika, atata la kordalo manka mankunda. Ntele ngafu. Adama Baro sanji sabo ata 15 million sotolano. Anonga bo kuntango dol moyle ka foko president wala benefit. President ka mon benefit la soto. Mense which can be more than. Let's assume that it's 50 million. Adama 5 years anyanta 15 million and 50 million. 5 years ago anyanta million tanilul. So million tansabani lulo. Where did Adama Baro get it from? Let's just even assume it's 50 million. I don't believe it's 50 million. Ntama lako Adama la Sotomo 50 million. Malla bi malla sama. I remain unconvinced. All right. But let's, for example purposes, for the sake of argument, alinga foko Adama la kodo is million talulu. Hanatara wolom. Adama la extra 35 million. Where did it come from? That's a question I have for Adama Baro. Because the salary 5 years should amount to 15 million. Where did the other 35 million come from? I told me I'll call the MPP. I'll call Adama Baro man corrupt. Don't tell me that Mangum Estate was a 35. Ngo. Ndol da male nyolong. Nga Adama Baro la Mangum Estate official jele abe conditional menkono. Siram bete fongotije. Wo official was even unhealthy pour moy CJ. Mbatol NPP mo le mel ngal dalbe kalanding. Al kafoko fo Mangum Estate bije. Atol yamere ko fo molu kungol tourner tala ka atol kungol de tourner nyame. Just because you want to support Adama Baro, Adama Baro la Mangum Estate official konofong. It was not fit pour moye CJ because we saw the terrible condition of the Mangum Estate. So 10 million setar Adama Baro bula mala official nyinta aya refurbish. At least aya uplift. So alimol dahandi wo diamola. Some of you are just waste of space. All right? Adama Baro didn't have money. You cannot tell us from his Mangum Estate. Now Adama Baro even denika kendo abuka dunu. Even quality de niko abuka dunu. Adama wida campaign for ma Adama jaka half-time no mendo. No decent half-time no amado. Somebody with $10 million would have actually put on something me alanko. Na esa fal jelebi ala dress code. Biji esa fal esa alanko kodo wabule. Amam foire ya konte be foire ya nyami. Right? Amam foire ya Adama Baro be foire nyami in 2016. So NPP folks atol me alanko albe mul fala dia mola jang ha Mangum Estate tike for Mangum Estate almol dahani Mangum Estate we saw the pictures maybe Sisla Jarama you can post the picture of Adama Barola Mangum Estate condition of Benjamin. So there is no way Adama Baro se Mangum. So Adama la extra 35 million ayaboni mintole njuj njaj tapale businessman or ba bribe la kalilu wagen tele nga fo. And if Adama Baro is 100% comfortable because we are wrongfully accusing him, I'm also accusing you. Ntenga sa Facebook lede. If Adama thinks he is not corrupt, let him take people to court. We will dig into the files. Because Senegalese journalist show Pap Ako he is thinking of taking that person to court. Barata kela de. Eko slow ya jufita yiro lonne. Adama Baro will never take anybody to court on alleged corruption. Abubakar Jawara fiti fatita janne. Akabe wali Junior Sambala court. Abe Bambama Sambala court. Why didn't he implement it? Because if you take people to court, all the files will be revealed. Niman killing ijubadita. Ye momo samba kitiola. Ila kurial beleka fundi. Wala na itenkunta. Tet. Abubakar Jawara will never sue anybody to court because Abubakar Jawara yaloneko he's not clean. If you are dodgy, you deal with dodgy businessmen, you will never take anybody to court. The late Sadawda Kereba Jawara, the first set on mu olu bopam alata fangola wala na British newspaper show and he won that case. Adama Barrow dafa jubadi ndele nga fo bantaba. I told you diamulal maybe Facebook or alkafoko. Wow, you guys don't have evidence. Mathematically, I am challenging you guys. Where did Adama Barrow get the extra 35 million from? Don't tell me it's from per diem. Don't tell me it's from benefits. Adama is giving free food. Adama a plane ticket to Gambia government. What benefit is Adama Barrow getting? He got it from bribery. He got it from businessmen who gave him extra money. And that itself is corrupt act. It's an act of corruption. President Nyanaka gift told ta. Well, I've known other countries in the UK here. There is a limit. In fact, the value of the gift the Prime Minister can get. Some of them he has to publicly declare. Because you know what? He'll have a decency sambala to the leadership. Adama receiving gifts from Kalilu Wage, Abubakar Jawara, all this business tycoon is corruption. Atole amera corruption mo dama yalong nying NPP porocholo. Ngalo neko ila hamol ma warabake. Itole amera corruption olong ikara central bank le teye ko do bondiji. Corruption is a broad term. Corruption manke ko ikata ranke solta ko do bondiji wo manke corruption otide. Corruption la terminology waratale. Fatou Babaro la 35 million no diamu janne fo mbatat. So ndebe Adama Barrow nyini kala menen to le be nyon tak Adama nyini kamunela. Ni yalon Gambia journalists will do le fo ye stabeti. In a country where the media has got things under their claws, only few responsible media houses all over Gambia. The other media houses are just looking for money. I have said this over and over. That's why I don't waste my time. Not for the people by the people moile. Iko ben gara wale kanyin Sunday. Ntema lamoy. Because I was in Binto Bantaba. But mol natele kibarul fanyida. Iko nte ko munane tol buka line tol yele. And they gave a very flimsy excuse. Musa Jeng hamna yama dega. Excuse bunga joh is completely flimsy. Bantaba, we use StreamYard. Who says if you use Zoom, you cannot take calls in this modern technology? I receive calls on Bantaba through WhatsApp. You don't have to call through Zoom. You should be able to open your lines for people to contribute. If you are in the media, you cannot just have a conversation among yourselves and then you throw things out there. On Bantaba, we open lines. Tukulorosi called here many times. Tukulorosi doesn't call through Zoom. So that excuse is laughable. You can do better than that. That is a laughable excuse. Or we use Zoom so we can have a meeting. What happened to your WhatsApp? One of you can spare a secondary phone. I have my phone here. It's on WhatsApp. If somebody wants to call Bantaba now, you call my number and people will hear your voice. The media should be transparent. If you are organizing a program, you should allow people to call in. So this idea that you gave is neither here nor there. To say, oh, we use Zoom, we cannot do this. I have no problem. Personally, I know people have problem with your adverts. That's your problem. If you want to advertise for Adama Barrow, advertise. It is going to bring questions to your doorsteps. All right? The person that you all criticize, that he's not cool for the country, but you are giving him an advert, and you are trying to do. Okay, maybe you get money. Probably you're doing business. I don't know. I don't want to go in there. All right? On Banta, we are not doing business. We are not doing business. We are not. All right? If we want, we could carry adverts and here and there. But now we are just spreading the message on behalf of our political party. But, Ali excuse me, because I challenge them that you talk a lot. If you talk about political parties, you should give chance to the supporters of those political parties to debate and also talk. But you don't close the lines. In this modern day, technology is so user-friendly that nobody can justify why you don't open the lines. When we were in the struggle, we used to open the lines. Freedom, all these online radios, we used to open the lines because that's transparency 101. But imagine if I come here, I talk with a guest and I don't open the lines. What am I hiding? We have nothing to hide. That's why we open the lines. Because we mean what we say. So I just want to digress a little bit because now we discuss say we control the line or be control man Zoom sort of. Come up with a better excuse. Lamdo si mangla yobanta si guy because yo ya de ñew fi di ñew di pitu fi so je nga dem binda nga attack ma. No lolo wala nga criticize ma do attack. All right? But the excuse you gave is completely lame. Lame excuse. And in fact, it's laughable. I want to say that here. That excuse is laughable. That excuse is laughable to say, oh, we use Zoom. No, you can use WhatsApp and receive calls. You should receive WhatsApp and receive calls. You can use, there are a lot of applications right now. All right? There are a lot of applications on social media. They need one guy enjoy everything. Why do you want to access because you don't want to be challenged. You use to open lines and you don't want to be challenged. So the best thing is, okay, you what time you take lines. Is this democratic dispensation? On the democratic dispensation, Bantaba should be able to open lines. The lines are open. NPP supporter can call here if they want. A non-UDP member can call here. We're not going to restrict anybody. When we open lines, we don't say only UDP call here because we are transparent. But you cannot have a platform and you don't open the lines to callers and you come out and give laughable excuses like we use Zoom. Come on, if you want to take a call, you can. Last time when I called in, you know what I called? I called Banka Money through Messenger and he picked my call. The last time I participated in that show, I called Banka Money through Messenger. So, Alinyin Kibaro and Sindima, because I understand they discussed this last Sunday. I was on Binto Banta, but I didn't listen to their program. But I understand they referenced my name and they answered my question. In fact, the person who gave me this answer laughed and said, these people, I couldn't believe when they gave that excuse. Or we use Zoom or whatever in this day and age. So let me go back to the real issues right now. Nyanta men follow. Nyanta men clear la jam wala nyintiko. Ale nga try na messaging. A balafa waratale bi. Marsandiso dabe kolere mbanko kam. Esanso man soto. Anu ni isan school lafta jiam la je demanding. Ngamen hayna nan jana amang hanide. Election or 3 weeks away. The whole of the year. Gambia mani essence crisis soto. Nkana dun campagne ko dorong ni mansa kunda tapale ya try iko essence man soto. Motol hayna ne be ranna mol kata essence rotole from essence to essence essence buga. Bari yala ngam fo nyininga. Adama fela kanata campagne la. Adama la muluf munana won buka fo essence wala. Nyino nyininga tati. Député wolu nyanta emergency meeting o convene le National Assembly. Nte Gambia député la ko nte ka diam la fo sañ nka vex le nimba fola. Honestly. Right? Ako kan I read back le nka Gambia député. Because today the Gambia is going through this fuel shortages for weeks. The National Assembly. Government hasn't made a statement. Ntola UK jang. Bring essence problem oketa jang. The government made a statement and they briefed the parliament. They gave update, Bankudiul update, measures and steps to try to remedy the situation. Gambia government is completely mute. Just that nonsensical statement from Pura. The government hasn't released any statement. The National Assembly is quiet. Bankudiul be bataring. Deputy wolo alun nafa lay. Me tonyale vola nak. Nyinko be manke Gambia government baroteng. Where are our deputy wolo? Where are our MPs? Why don't you convey an emergency session? All right? Why can't you convey an emergency session? Petrol crisis, it's a national security threat. Shortage of petrol, amanyana jamfala bake. Why can't the government try and import petrol from Senegal? Emergency measure. But you know why? They are doing these delaying tactics pour a position la campaign stifle. Adama la mol buka fo esansola. Afele la motol bita. Ila campagne lungo nga esafal moy janne. Ibeko esafal ko atama esansoso. Some of the nonsensical NPP people came, esafal, ite mankendol. Banko wa manke ko president ni molon fulangoti. Banko mobile kanyanta je. Yalong gam ignorance billahi wala timo kurangoleti. It is not symbocracy, they call it democracy, where every citizen is right totally, where the opposition already. Adama Baro nyanto men soto kala motol fuel. Kata buffer zone. Esa fall as a bona fide citizen, and all supporters will wolf mu banku dingoleti. UDP nkol bo banku dingoleti. This is not like we show of force. But iko fari man kulurong. Ñunu ye fango je ñim politiko kono dolu biji wolu me bulubani marabo ni mon wolu wani mutako ni president support president ko ku gabeteata itolio mentality le soto banko dingolu be kanyantale albota tubab du janne ali yalo njang oppositional ni ruling government be le kanyant fal bu kaje jang campaigno de kala le prime minister na la muluk sa essence soto labor and others there will be turmoil here because banko dingol to accept. Bari barola mulu be essence soto kan na député wolle député wol ngonte malo ikagambe député wolle they will go 3 months no session ni mamboure njay sulata la supplementary appropriation budget la abe commande la emergency session la ebeta they will be there until 2 a.m. we witnessed that today. The Gambia has been without fuel for weeks. Bira député wol nyanta tala National Assembly ye CJ for talam fulo suba ye man sekundala ye minister commande. What is going to happen? Go Gambia alga chahano bula. The citizens are complaining. We saw pictures of people killed at petrol stations. Where are our lawmakers? Na député wolle because nyimma sekunda furingo ninjikita wala wokate katata on the night kata ate reservoir soto ate backup plan soto barola moto lute fola essential because ja oil ika discrimination oleke ika essential wafi barola molle because yo message ole dila GNPC ika wo message le dila nim barola mol nata jale essential wafi la to nga Mamadou Koulibaly jele queuing at a petrol station ama essential soto. Ordinary citizens don't have petrol. Campaign waton kanam lala. There should be press conferences. Opposition leaders should be talking. This is what Sidi Sane said on his timeline today. Ako Gambia opposition olo nyantaka diamunye essential. These are the talking points. Me election kumalego. Nying election nying fuel crisis damadina Adama Barrow nyanta boyla ni election atol. Just this fuel crisis. Man prices of commodities so man solve. Affaire ñaka essence rek warna ta Adama Barrow ñaka election. Amna ñoo xamne ñoom yefi het ñoo de tax ñu ngi support Adama Barrow ñoo ñu waxuma seen affaire. Ñoo ñu su Gambia yépp ñaka ndox ak lekka sax they will support Adama Barrow. All right. People like Ibrahima Jaw, Meme Banjul. Ibrahima Jaw doesn't mean well for Gambia. Ibrahima Jaw has an agenda fighting against Rohim Malik Law. Su essence amul Gambia sax mom dafa support Barrow. Mom ñu joko tuddi xaliss rek. These are the people, they don't look at the country. They have vengeance in them. All right? These are the people, they don't look at the real issues. Today, Gambia is going through serious fuel shortage crisis. And our National Assembly completely mute. Our media completely mute about it. The government hasn't said, Yabate fum Emrak, Moy, Adama Barrow mune dafa dem tour. So Adama nakal ame essence moma delegation ambi. Why SFL munut am essence, UDP henya mununya am essence. If people did not do plan B, essence do am. Do you know what this is going to cost? Marchandise dañoo yok. Adama du ko yek. Because Adama du de gene dépasse. Adama buka dépasse o bondi. Ndele nga fo. Adama buka dépasse o bondi. Atel la Joshi ata Gambia beti bo Adama buka dépasse o bondi. Gambia fuaro le ka dépasso bondi adama boro ka dépasso Gambia carte fay la ali yalo ne ko la président ka dépasso bondi ntele ngaf ala fay njabi abuka dépasso bondi ntol le ka la dépasso di yalla ntol le ka konton ntol le ka sima ntol le ka da sama ko adama baro fo na mo modo tanyanti dey la adama ite buka dépassi bondi ni sanje lulo man dépassi bondi ntol le ka dépasso bondi anuna dépasso fo kan sunya jele wuli keme wuli talulu luolum fuaro la kodo e buka dépasse bondi ila ministral ka dépasse bondi bari te buka dépasse bondi ndol lekete dañini right so what taxi fuaro mi namone batala because basic economics nim petrol da kafuta marchandise ol da kafule because taxi driver be la prices kafulale because moneke keke saying taxi driver they are struggling pour que essence soto ibajala modo essence soto ko ngo domandi mbija ne suto bale bina bare mba wafile le ni price nangam lela al ntonya fom fania Gambia taxi driver ali alon ka tonya lako isaje modo itra ja oil tapale do itra ja oil wara ni essence doro ha landing sane taxi driver ngo ma essence soto ha kanana tilibulo banna 8 o'clock shooto nga ben dulakar me bidon fula dide la bari ibe bidon iba jola maybe 250 all right nim bidon nyanta kala 150 leti ha bari ba wa file ma 250 la o fana yala profit soto je because ngo fana tara o fana be kodo dila ala boss la le all right Nancy ngole for president of the United States le fon la ka dañini ñi ñanta ñi nonsensical fenko bonde la president le fon ñanta la fonction dépasso bonde why should we feel the president when he is get the highest he is the most paid in the country yalon tol Africa sometimes nga mune nga jahal Africa fon la court wala Africa fon be tardering ika momen be jo highest 250 ika umure ka dañini for what reason muna nan tol be adama la dépasso jola muna na Gambien be adama baro la dépasso dilala wala na fundita set house as a mol neng wala na fundita set house kuma fo amanya na men fola because we made life so easy for him ni adama fo nka dépasso bondala ni 250,000 auto abe kodola value lon this has to stop we should not feed the president let the president yara dépasso bondala $250,000 auto wo 150 wo 4.5 million wo sitana l'hôpital auto asitana karambul to ngo Gambia nyantan na luwalu falinale wala na adama baro aba fam fa kan pour que ni président wala na mari sok commandi mari sok adama baro sok la wutla sa support la soxla even this nonsensical reconciliation adama baro do adama baro gomut reconciliation hamut nan moy reconciliation sax adama baro dina def anything lo xamne he would continue to stay there because he wants us to continue to feed him adama la fi da pour nga continuer ka dañini from 2021 to 2026 andu manya na kela dañu wara bañ laka ci suuf duñ ko laka we shouldn't do it all right bari député wolu algo siri crisis lebe Gambia al emergency session commandi speaker Mariam Denton all in an emergency session warulena am emergency session only when Mamboure Njie calls you for supplementary appropriation bill député talk ci député be 2 a.m. because you are all paid each how much $20,000 is la per session how much ñata. All right, this is national crisis. Gainalen gen wa address this problem. It is serious, it's grave, and it is going to, of course, lead to high prices because you know what? Basic economists will tell you business people always pass the burden to the consumer. Nancy saw bidiko babole. Nancy saw yalo nankamemfo. Near Nancy la tax increase in America ala support akamenjo. Afalamba la prices all kafulaldi. Basic economic theory. So the businessmen will not lose. In a profit margin, they will always cover it. So when petrol price goes up, transportation cost goes up, you know what? Average Gambian no lekamata. Not Adama Baro, because Adama Baro essence of fonto lekagyo. Adama buka essence. Hani essence of daka futa leko $1,000 per liter. Adama doesn't care. Adama ko kupono leka di wala tango ka tu farine. So what we going to do is metala sirine meduna campaign period okono motolte sotola. Adama la futa munela Italy reserve sol sotole na information ko sotoko adamana la mul the whole campaign period they will not run out of petrol. Opposition le struggle la fone moltata karang moltata Senegal e sanso bondi nanji fo nyene nyante kala ba wala na esa falia for corruption datita janne. This government is very corrupt. Nguur gi dañ jubadi so leen waxee ne da ngeen jubadi ñu ne dañ leen saaga. All right. ana suma xarit bi Jojo Ndour te Jojo Ndour ñëwut xanaa dafa nelaw. Jojo Ndour am na benn olof bu ma bëgg a laaka fii waaye du ma ko laaka be Jojo Ndour ñëw. ana Jojo Ndour Jojo Ndour ñëw na ndax ñëwut Ibsa Jojo Ndour tëdd na am na benn word bu ma bëgg a wax fii waaye Jojo Ndour yow lay xaar wala soo ñëwut next programme ma wax ko because yow dag ma dee test dama ko bindoon sax de wow. Anyway, how many Jojo Ndour moom fa because lafita diamola she is asleep. Ibsa xam nga tay dama dégg olof Ibsa suma olof dafa upgrade waaye gis nga time buñ doon wax affaire nomination bi Nancy Saho ndele nga sura ka moyti look at Nancy saying that Adama Barrow am na benn olof word dama ko xoxatal Nancy da nga dégg xoxatal Adama Barrow am na lu ma denca waaye Adama ragle na gis nga su Adama tiimi Adama Barrow ragle wut Adama Barrow dama ko xoxatal ko bem saf pare naa xoxatal Adama Barrow nag we will gonna smoke Adama Barrow out because am na secret boo xam ne Adama Barrow secret boobu su génna Gambia tas. All right. So while we have now gone past the nomination, we let sleeping dogs lie. Gambia moy Gambia rek. Why Adama, I am working on that. Te information bi su age suma loxo fi la ñoo break down Adama Barrow. Te man suma boss du neka fake la de, dafa neka real. Well, Adama has been nominated already. We will pass that. But we will break that news here. Information bi mange xaar bem aga suma loxo fi. Dinañ ko ñëw reveal fi. It's not going to stop Adama's nomination because guys duñ dem court. Waaye Adama Barrow nak dañ ko xoxatal because Adama dafa wara ragle. All right. So the problem is scientists la jadamawul aliñina another thing be diamula ñin counter intelligence la demanding sislambe information of la janne. I'm waiting for the person to give me the information o kunu ñanta soto la bare ma soto folo mba Adama Barrow mba la kodol reveal la janne. But anyway, let's move on. What is important here, Gambia, Adama Barrow na la molbe counter intelligence use come. What is this Badujang saying? Badujang fan la nekon. Badujang den ko block on Bantawa because Badujang mo so buying rice from China is all right, other goods from other countries is cool, but Senegal is a problem. Who said buying rice from Senegal is a problem? Kan mo wax lolu fi man waxuma ko de. Man de waxuma ko xama kana ko wax. Okay, maybe he is talking to somebody else because we're not talking about Senegal here. I want to talk briefly about counterintelligence. Yalong alinga mira, let's think outside the box. Let's stop avoid thinking within the box. Bindi am da tunkola programme donc yamaro fon diamo fon sa kolayatale. Itata nyim fanala, you have a problem. Itata nyim fanala, you have a problem. So say mari bemrekela, wakili yake dorong, and you get whatever comes your way. Seth Tijan Haidara, Birakata Barola camp. Did anybody break the news? No, nada. Najalerek, iko newspaper ya report, iko Seth Tijan Haidara, Gano, Sabota, APRC le, and Jamme Tagona Yobal Adam ya Jamme, join the Baro. Tamsir Jasi, Birakata State House, did anybody break the news? No. The reason I'm asking this, Barola Molu Lekani intelligence information will reveal, and you know what? They use the fertile ground with the opposition. That's how counterintelligence works. Imalla fi aliye men long wobuka funti. Funny, ye genuine source where reveal. But they know certain candidates are their headache. Kununga jela ablaija mela kuloro. Yani UDP la kuloro nakindi. Alialon Jumaleo bondi. NPP ngo leo bondi. Ablay la kuloro mu orange leti. Ani UDP la kuloro man suti ya nyola. NPP ngo leo deda. Ya 5 fonyo kono. Because meta nyim fola janne andung aminake la tonyati. I hate to say this. But iko UDP mbuka nyaka sino fenna. Ekanyene fore. They have shared this. Ala lonko molle bota UDP na malle nyolong na nyola weapon lonne na nyola. Iko UDP anything they will react. Even when Esa File joined the fray. I don't see any reason why we should go after Esa File. Esa File is not a threat to UDP. Esa File is not a threat to UDP. Esa File is a threat to Barrow. And they know it. Wala na albaje lako ala molbe funtila. Wala na lo porocho meme Canada. Fal maja tata ay Esa File attack. Al nane ya jele ay Halifa Sallah attack bang. Al nane NPP jele Halifa Sallah attack bang. Ana mananke. Al namana NPP diam la al nane Adama Barrow jele ka Halifa Sallah attack bang. Nada. Ay Esa File attack le Adama Barrow ako molbe je famke ko to le 40 molti. Ay aka Lawyer Dabo attack le 90% of our attack is on Lawyer Dabo, or 95%, but 5% aka Esa File attack le. Strategically, orange and white, but this is the thing, that is it. We shouldn't go after Esa File. Esa File is not our problem. Let us focus on Barrow. All right? But it's all like a commotion or create. They want to create false news so that we can have problem among ourselves. We have to be strategic. Nancy Saho, it is a thing of the past, but it happened. Let's not belabor on that. All right? It did happen. It did happen. It's contained now. We have moved on. But in Yanta Menkela right now, this counterintelligence, we should try to control it in the last 3 weeks. It is very, very important. And the information will prioritize. Like I said, let's focus our time on the fuel shortage. This is something that we can campaign on. Albe President Barrow elect la no nyadi. President Barrow me alonko. Essence from banko kan alaman sekunda mo asono na regular supply of petrol shortage. Now alone go here and there petrol shortage happens. In the UK petrol shortage happened. But the British government, the British Prime Minister came out and addressed the problem. He spoke about it. Cameroonian petrol problem, okay, has Adama Barrow made any statement on this petrol shortage? That is Adama Barrow. Ataniko, he is a very responsible leader. A president responsible would speak on the fuel crisis. Boris Johnson spoke about this. He addressed it. His government spoke about it. Thank you so much, IPSA. Some of our people don't know they are being played at by NPP people. Give them fake information so that they can attack. This is what I hope now the message is clear. Fine. If somebody doesn't want to be convinced, he can convince. But we want to focus on the things that are important. The petrol shortage is a problem. Mantara Bangkokan, President Mafo, Minister Mafo, Pura da Malediamata. That is serious. No cabinet minister has addressed this petrol surge. The National Assembly completely mute about it. Banko dingol be sofakam. Again, mbe points all emphasize kanjang. Marchandise la da sere banko kan mano da be kolearen, dulino da be kolearen, baluo da be kolearen banko kan. Waranga genaba masla interview mo ile membe kering. Ngamera yalon genaba masla he's so used to dollars. Nala fra $500 is aka for $500. Bringa genaba mas mo membe kering. Ako nye samu banjul $500. Nga ko ngo bari genaba. Obekela mu nye si fare $500. So genaba is so used to dollars. So nala fita for $, aka for $. So I think genaba lafta memfola. Wolom nye sam ding anala friends all tada banjol ya sam kemelulu dalasi kemelulu fuaro bo nyewo domola nole ba. Not talk of a kilo of meat. How much is a kilo of meat in Gambia? Woman ke fuare domort. Marchandise all be they are skyrocketing. Al namana Adama Barrow moy. Al namana Adama Barrow moy. A diamota marchandise all dollar. Dogo $300. Kilo of meat, tunko marina, $300. Keme saba. Adama president o meya lonko, aboka diamo marchandise all. Baluo, president o nyanto wole follow by la. Tubabu, niaje tubabu, ye konko le follow by. President o itema mola konko address, mola baluo, iko bridjol. Yes, bridjol, they are good. Silolo, they are good. But konko tote, ni man domoroke, le tabala no bridjol to nyade. Adama Barrow la nyi diamo siya be. Iko steak ngamera beef 350 keme sabata lulu. Adama na la nyi diamo siya be anyi to be kele. Useno da batay mfama ngamera nyi natare ala kebaya tare. Bari bi tungo mare na Adama Barrow jabile. Thank you tungo. Yalon tungo nengo koyta bagele. Alright. Adama tungo ko Adama Barrow leka nyina a famati. Adama Barrow sisla jarabala dad. At nyina ta tolale. Karamo jaraba bring Adama Barrow diamta in Bakau. Adama ma tofono. Adama tatal briga malefana diamta ji Cristiano la silo faka aka modu Diouf nyininka. So Adama Barrow, you have a memory problem. Ite manfuta lawyer double age, ite manfuta sanjita woro nufula fulo ite kanyina. I think you are 56. I think Adama Barrow is 56. I don't know how old is. I think Yaya Jammeh ngamere told maybe 56, I think. Alright? Sanjita lulu woro. Ngamera. For 57 number. But Adama mahani sanjita woro soto. Adama kanyina. So Adama nite futa sanjita woro. Iko lawyer dabo. Woke ba ite woka nyina le. Alright? But ite le kanyina lawyer dabo ti. Because lawyer dabo, like Tunko Marena said, Mariama Kunda nyinata otolla. Tungo Marena ko lawyer dabo la nyin comrade sol. Ake be to for the killing ani melia selo tai. Aka ro rally to ake tolu remember. Right? But itela mome yalonko abota no UDP anata. Imanyana nyina la otola. Imanyana nyina la karamo jada matola. Imanyana nyina la. But adama nyina tolo kafofan kono. Wo malo warata yo fongo doyandele. President mala mol fongo tolong. Ite at your age, ikanyina dulal tola. And also there was an interview Adama Barrow did. Wotuma Abubakar Jawara yanto wole tofola mining. Ako anyina tale man se kunda yo contract ko di businessman mena ba wolunga tawtale wa malafa fola la Jawara. But Adama ko anyina tale. So Adama itele memory problems so let's forget about that. Kana nyi fo kotenke de rally dulade. Dukare nge dandala kana nyi fo kotenke. Because niya fo malole warla because moli yalo ne ko itele ka nyina lawyer daboti. But we know what Adama should talk about. Marchandise all dabe koleri. E sounds kobe problem okang. Ni security problem mo menkata banko kang. Mo jamale niyo bota Adama la nyin tenure of office. How many people lost their lives? Ye mo jele fa sunyaro burglary, theft. Menkaka banko kang. Adama bokol address. National security concerns Adama boko address. Julo membe Gambia la nga fali yenne ko nga safiroke. All right. $19 billion. Adama extra ad. Yalo nimbe nyum fola al camera. Adam Barola man sekunda nan ten jabe la iman chafar fa yenta jabe nyin det ko wala fam nka fo le you they will never respond to us ni hanite mol jabi nko julo membe Gambia la bring 2016 is $58 billion billion talulu no say Adamanata aya kafu aketa 77 billion and this was in April 2021. Authentic information on Kole Diala 77 billion. So Adama within 5 years almost 20 billion awla kafu julot. Alka mansa ko nambo le kadiamu juluku wala bang. Interest rate wol ha nga dajindile nga ketenne nga reserve sol nga ketenne. That's neither here nor there. When you cannot create jobs, Gambia corruption index is going down. Gambia is the second or third most unattractive country in terms of doing business. Investors they will not go to Gambia. Gambia index mujalati 155. Ease of doing business. Let me repeat it here. United States index is 6. 1 is the best. New Zealand is 1. New Zealand is high. Ease of doing business coming. That is an index. It call it as a measure of how easy it is to set up a business in a country. New Zealand is number 1. Sweden is number 10. UK is 8 in the ranking. Gambia is 155. Ndolbe Sierra Leone nyato, Liberia, ngamalani fo banku sabalomba. And Sierra Leone is a war-torn country. They came out of war. Liberia is 175. Gambia is 155. So Senegal is 127. Right? Nigeria is easier to set up a business in Nigeria. What is the population of Nigeria? It's a bigger country. So our country, our ranking should be very high because we are small, we're a population about 2 million, so it should be easier to set up business, but we have a government that is not focusing on that. Yes, United States is 6 and UK is 8. Just 2 points of Bentema. But that's very good score. That's a very good score. 6. 1 is the best. When you have 1, when you have 2, 3, then yours very good. That's the global ranking. Nina the corruption index all. Gambia used to be 196. Now Gambia slided to 102. That's again Murta Komale. When this coalition government came, Gambia improved tale. Data we rose through the rankings to 96. Wafong is not good. But now under Barrow, during a UDP minister by a lawyer double all by corruption of wajabita Nimansa Kunda, because Adama Mulde Soranda from Olamelia Longo will domorole the other. So Gambia corruption index. I am not cooking these figures. I'm giving you the global figures. Gambia economic data. Alnane Adama Baro Moile, Gambia Karantum to Diningolo. Adama Benim Banko Be Yael, Abuka Diamo employment opportunities. Yinkan Balafalenak. Nancy Sahola friend. Alnana Moila Yininka economic data. I don't think they have economic data on employment. They have no employment data. This is what he would say. But Ntoluni Adama Mafo, Alintoluka Kacha. So mediamla corruption or bakele, mediamla lack of employment opportunities. Let's challenge the government to bring us the employment figures. Let's talk about the prices of commodities. Marsandisol dark koleata nyame. Petrol crisis meme banko kalangafo. Security problem in Bangkok. Bangkok is completely divided right now. Well, I know Marisok and others, I hope Marisok will stick to her decision. I cannot join Barola. Lamin Bojang Tratam Sirjase, Wolmu Kurinini Laleti. Wole political mutaleke fongolo enriching. They're opportunistic. Just like Ibrahim Ajao is an opportunistic guy. All right? He joined politics trying to get rich. That's why he wanted to be mayor. So when he doesn't have mayoral position, he's bitter. UDP la deny. But I'm never bring nakala group bobo to the sa ipsa. Group from Banjul nakala turbo nakala to the sa. Group how man bolo how ma Adama Baro how ma land fatina turbisa. group bobu na fona dena because they have all now scavengers bari. They have all joined an NPP trying to milk from the system. So UDP ngolu nata jane kanyi short program okay so kusale but alinga na messages alinga focus tahawal Banjul no do tahawal Banjul de how ma lan Adama Barrow how ma lan fate do tahawal Banjul. I think there's another group. Wow. Ambe rohilo fonon tentula bake suma jabar rohilo mu ngi try lu bari but dega na waxam bi rohilo's message is very strong. Benno jappale Adama Barrow walula benno jappale Adama Barrow dena because ñom Sidi Ndiaye ñew nañ hijack ñom Rambo ñew nañ hijack so benno jappa Adama Barrow they are now redundant. All right, Gambia long land of opportunistic people out some man dama de waru de Gambia ni mom ñun dañ fogné mu ci journalist yi mu ci ordinary people way lu gëna doy bar rek su nekk ci journalist nekk opportunist lolu doyna war rek journalist da nga wara gom sa boppa nga def sa liggéey nga neutral nga bayyi di dogo journalist buy dogo nak yow sa mbir doyna war de journalist da nga wara ulu sa boppa nga def sa liggéey ngeen continue ngeen because you yenay boti askan bi su government def njaaj ko Adam Barrow tay journalist yi dañ ko wara laccé fan nga amé di 35 million yo Adama sa fay bi ni la so 35 million foko jëlé way gaay yépp ñu ngi nopi Adama ñu ne assetam bi 50 million la because we are cheap. We just want to be naive sometimes. Adama Barrow assets am yi nekk outside ndax declare na ko man orna ma ne Adama am na asset outside amoon na time boo xam ne ñu ne Fatou Barrow xaw ma système xaw ma lan jël na xaw ma kër fan allegation la waaye journalist yi dañu war a liggante lii that asset declaration journalist yi dañu war am and we have the Freedom of Information Act. The civil society group can force the IEC to share copies of Adam Barrow's assets declaration. They never force it. Adama, we need to know. Dafa buga neka suñu president. Right? Why xam nga lan la? Adama Barrow is rich worth more than 50 million. Mako wafi. Adama Barrow ne won to mfana samba court. But me ba vola se o sen limi porochi olti ndewo samba la court. Aga Pap Ali ne samba Pap Ali nyane samba court. But Adama Barrow ne Pap Ali nyane samba court. Wallahi moto fole. That journalist woman can so-called journalist remember Gambia today. Pap Ali Nyang is at a different level. So let me tell you, ni Brahma Ji Sankare bala ni kufa maya men ala ni angele ba safo wole ta iko ibe pap nyali samba kolos ibe donna ojulo lale ntele ngo fe Adama Barrow. Adama Barrow ni repata jang ye Pap Ali Nyang samba court. Wallahi dunia se jele. You think that man is just coming to talk? Even Najere ko allow nonsense press release about the drug thing. But I'll bet that now also. Mana nalma samba court. Why didn't he? Because he has said he has something to do with the drug thing, the cocaine thing, but not the other story. Luta nguur gi waxul ne da ngeen ko yobu court si cocaine bi. Su fekkene da ngeen olison bop. Mana nalma samba because he has confirmed ko until he's behind that story. But all you came is trying to write a counter story. Yo bolen ko court. Ni kay Brahma Ji Sankare la ñu kufa mo ñale ta iko ka Pap ñale ñamba kama court Adama Barrow moto fole. All right. Bari nga ne ko ibe kibiri kenson wala te mo sambala court because iman Sénéa. Adama bugur lendem yo ya gëna lendem ñepp nak. Ana way bobu nonu deena. Adama bugur lendem. Luta do len way because Adama Barrow. You know what? Again on assets declaration. Bilay Gambia. Adama love Pico Polo, I mail import, I mail sign NPPA. They are all in the name of Adama. Wala nanteko Adama Barrow mol samba kitiola. Nko al mol dahani atol mail ala nko alka for Adama la asseto isnura. What about the 60 4x4 Hilux vehicles all in the name of Adama Barrow, and Adama insurance all baby Adama Barrow name. I enjoy be ofana nan telengaf jambantaba. Wo motol be the insurance is in Adama Barrow's name. Man Adama will declare at the assets declaration. Is Adama vehicle is more than 16. Was 60 pickups mele along NPP among NPP motor today. All those vehicles are owned by Adama Barrow. Telengaf. Wala nani asset declaration is just formality long down. Adama moto meme Adama bula tameta 16 olale. Wo 4x4 the bill of lading ya consignee is Adama Barrow. Molu samba kiti yola mbe ole tendala nitata kiti bunda. We will present that in the courts and then you have to explain. Wala na Adama nite molu samba kiti yola wo kiti yola be diala. Adama nite molu samba kiti yola wo kiti yola be diala. Ni late fangola NPP nko alkwal Adama Barrow alata fangola le. Ay molu samba kiti yola dukare. Ndele nga fo wo 60 vehicle insurance o bemu Adama Barrow toilet. And nanta fola reportedly mbafola authoritatively. Ete be moto 60 sambala no nyaadi le. Eko NPP moto lo mona ne ma fo NPP vehicles. Mona ne ko moto be register fa moto la. Wa Adama yow ya jubadi. Adama yow ya corrupt. Ni ñom mo corrupt ringo. Wala na nga modol je saferu Facebook auto because of UDP la konante ya. Wow. Wa gaay dañu misin. Amna ño xamne nak they are tribalist. Mama ko wax. All right. Si politique lañ nekk lolo ta duma de mëna wax yépp. Dama nopi. Last time one of I wish I was on independent. All these tribalists dina len name nak ben. Si Facebook bi. Rañna la ño xamne dañ tribalist ak ño xamne man ma ngi binda sen tour yi. All right. Amna ben tribalist bu nekk Sweden. Fo na wax war ngeen ko xam. Koku block na ko bu yaaga. Koku block na ko duma fa turam. Dobu 2-3 years ago la ko block man. Alright? Why dimbale len ñu yow so bëgg sa réew. President Adama Barrow indi na 60 4x4 Hilux vehicles and we have shared the consignee document, the bill of lading. Adama Barrow is the consignee. Yen ñoo xamne fi yene ngeen binda di defend Adama Barrow 50 million am. Why didn't you talk about the 60 vehicles? Because da ngeen jubadi mako wax. Skufi gene rek we love country. Bugulen dekabide. You are doing hate mongering. You are hate mongers, some of you. Not all. Because if you want to talk about why UDP ñoo wax ne Adama Barrow dafa am 200 million. Ndekete wo 50 million am. Luta bu ñu waxe affaire vehicles yi 60 vehicles bu mu import on behalf of NPP. The vehicles yi yep Adama mu ngi def vehicle bi insurance turam. Why didn't you go and write a post? Adama fan nga jëlé 60 vehicles yi dédé doko def. Why tay gis na suma ben sister London de mu ngi sayde mu ne mo UDP la nekk. Mom da mere na Adama Barrow de surtout affaire l'hôpital bi. But she is doing a good job because she is talking about real issues. Neko di saga ken. Yes, we can all belong to UDP. But mbari ngolo mbal tentu la bake ndamange for the people by the people ti manduma for the people by the people manduma Musa Jeng bi di wax di gele lu ne tamit di wax waye du ñemeña ubi line si sehu sedli man dama ñemeña ubi line. Even though it's late in the UK, I will open and take 2 or 3 calls. The lines are open, people can call in. Fi du for the people by the people, fi UDP online bantabala ñun dañ ñemeñ audience. Ñu nekku ña dal dañoo wax monologue discussion on ourselves rek ñu tej line bi kuy tej line you're hiding something mako wax. If you're hiding, you don't open the lines, you must be hiding something. Open the lines and be challenged. You should realize it. You should be able to take the challenge and then address the issues. Why ngeen wasi sen fo corner bi rek banka mane way tara sirin ko anu banka I haven't got this news yet about Banker, this company. It's not personal to Banker, but the company that Banker is working on. Somebody was going to give me an information that they haven't actually live up to the expectation in terms of the contract that's awarded to them. But I don't just want to discuss that without getting the facts in hand. So somebody promised to send me the documentation. As soon as I got, if I have that documentation, I'll break it here on Bantaba. But ningan na broda je banka mana etara siring etara sira la kona to je banka blind oli yele isaje nin kin jobis janin kin jobis bitabe kam fala la platform auto abal call out la kin jobis call mu engage len. It is despicable. I mean this. You can't have a platform that you call yourself for the people, by the people. From now UDP online bantaba, you know what I restrict audience, you know what, you know UDP, rek ñu wara fi call because we are UDP online bantaba. But for the people, by the people. Yen kañ. Yena wara ubi line si de. For the people. Yen ñepp pour ñepp lañ. Lutal ngeen take line si. So I am putting this indictment on that show. Please open the lines. All right? Do not close the lines because it doesn't actually commensurate to what you call yourselves. So I am now opening the lines to Europe Online Bantaba. Musa Jamunga for call. Bankamani can call here. Anybody can call here because we have nothing to hide. Tukurosi Jegna call fee. Tukurosi, how much party la neka sa mom? Tukurosi. Malate be party leto. Fati Fanambe Esa Fall lego malo. Because Lamdo is Esa Fall now. Lamdo has abandoned PPP. Party 2 Manjai abandoned mom dem na si Esa Fall from Negani. So anyway, it's late, but if anybody wants to call, you can call in. Folks in the United States, Nancy Saho, I'll say call Kenna. Now one call Kenna, we will definitely close the lines and then we call it a day. Just an announcement. There should be a show here. Jali ani na brother dolam nyanta so la jang. And they're going to come here on Saturday, another 30 minutes. Kakulu Jabakase water. There is somebody who wants Sarahule brother. I think he lives in Portugal. A program also to la Bantabale. Ako ayen kontagle. Akate fanang alafta kafula diamo tole. Ako it's time we really address Adam Baro. And fanan lafta la kota play la lafta ka diamo Bantabale. So nani kala jula diam tale. Kala jula namina la janne. Hopefully binala janne ka program okay. But again, tima fanana wato e music dole play nyanang. Nyanta ka play jang. Ngamra pa bobola track long I think. And I did promise to play that my play, but next edition I will try to play it because the program was late. Oli Kerifatu is also Esafal. Okay, good. Oli Kerifatu, at least I thought Oli Kerifatu is Adam Borough. Okay, so she has cross-carpeted to. Okay, we don't jump ship to Esafal. Okay, they are all anyway. That's good. If you are in part of Esafal's team, I have no beef because that's a minus for Barrow, you know. So it's a minus for the opposition. So that is good. So since Laila friend Menyadile, Njaimane, how is Njaimane doing? Njaimane at 1 minute he will be dissatisfied, and 1 minute he will be okay. So Alabarakabake, I think I'm gonna end the program here right now. Alabaraka. So I think call us all for them. They are tired right now. Everybody wants to go and sleep now. So the program will come for what you do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. Malon sama lamdo beta mune safela na kuoto because ngalo naka bijanne because wala bijanna kaka QTV let defend. Nte naka careless. What was he says? Allah break back in the program will come for what you do. Thank you very much. Thank you, copy paste. Copy paste, you move on never. Oh, you're still in Gambia. Copy paste. Copy paste Allah open you me rally Babekalaji November Tanis about the Sibito main Minala right? There will be a big rally in Opanyumi, Saturday, Sabah, Saturday, Nani. The rally Bakalaji, UDP will have a big rally there on the 13th. And I'm at a Kerawan Fana, Farafanya, I think around that, Ufanamikala on the 14th of November. So, Alabarakadake, Alama Sutotero, Siala. So, we'll be back on the next edition of Political Perspective. So, Nancy Saho, Muntu Malay Kata Gambia, Nancy. Why are you still here? Nancy Saho. But Nancy is good at advocacy. She's got the energy, definitely. I don't have that energy. The energy she has, no, I don't have that. Nancy, Muntu Malay Kata on the ground. But Adama Barola Bafenya killing, it ever number Bafenya killing. It is just like the Adama. Adama Baro Cattle move Bafenya letting. Abarakabaka Binta. Nancy Saho, you left the I'm live, Lebang. I'm still live on Bantaba. Me live lede, molbe moy kanne. I be live le, molbe moy kanne.
Na be live le.
Okay.
E go mundu angara Gambia. Fatsawle fela kata follow because bidi kota soronan afasa kata la kata campaign yolla ndebita inauguration wala ko samba joka jere wala ningo ngata inauguration ko abajo so yede ye fodi daga bin ka ko ni wino te bayla so
awi debita inauguration wala okay alia tala wala nyama
na tala wala nyama yep
okay
bidi ko ya ma so to yuri peninsula ka ko to so dala. So
but well done, Seattle. I'll present a New York chapter. Well done to you guys. Thank you so much. You presented and
I know.
Yeah, Alia Katabaka definitely. Alia Katara.
You said it. Say it. Another female left that fella. Okay, well, Muko. Adama Baro. Subhanallah. Ko angami mo youngs da wala kabara de membe kiri ko Adama 2016. Adama has 25 million. What about it?
I already declared.
Yeah. Because I'm not talking for Gambia, I'm not putting you on any wala. Nyaya Adama Baro Gele, Nyaya Fatu Baba, 25 million, so then 25 million, so I said, already Alialo Nako, Mantara Batari. But Adama 25 million, so Nya Dilanim Fatu Baro, second lady, it will be jarring cow. Adama no, true. Ah.
Nancy, you will never Jahal there. I asked the same question.
Yeah, but Adama okay, but I won't be able to go killing me. You know, American embassy. You know, somebody at the bank, they will put like 400 million in your account. You have to go. Bank doesn't go with bank statement already anymore. Yeah, then tell you many Adamala school certificate of 4 years. Or more kilo amount code for yala account. So you want that Adama Colosor, Adamon Colosor, Monia Tolola Penga, Adamanala family la. You can formulate Adam for the Bible. One year Adamala Majum officer,
Exactly.
Bepare ni Adamala Fita ni kwe 200 million amount soto go with this thank dabo to
Jawala wadi Mustafa Swandi Dalo. Yeah, now let Adam prove us wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Social media to go when you do the Mamutonia Casson Jabot and Adam by 15 motors. One of his trip Kamoto National MPP 60 motor will not
exactly 60. Yeah. Yeah.
MP moto men soto is more than 100 moto.
Yeah.
Yeah, moy. Akoma du ambianolo alanga boy jaw yala. Yeah, moy. Because now we jaw yala because Usenu Dabo. Yeah, ma alkano mwalti because alko UDP bumanding kapatility. Yeah, moy. Arialo kukilimbe Gambia. Nimule problem so mo kana antode amamira mo binante kante dani ko dola wari afunyo go fund me ke nta kala mbesila membulo la nyoka ya mo alanga de ka fu bari ke dola call man ta to fala be PDS le ya mo ngo sen ta lo post bi nga post akonya ko ntala hero lem ya mo na PDS ko ntala hero lem marin ke wolem very close to him ya mo so abroad lem akonya ko na hero lem e ko sai be men kala ngai be men kala ngai ko na vote Usenu Daba akonye ko nte mu PDS la akonye ko bar Usenu doron nebe ano bondi la noni to imira ne ko wala rek Usenu Daba to UDP don nebe ano bondi la wono but still you want to vote for Adam, you want to take that chance Allah ka fu nyokan PDO I stay Halifax Adam bondi la noje UDP don nebe ano
Go Adam ikajele Adam na la molka doy fong la kuma fo. They don't even talk about them. I don't know what happened. Nancy la line dropped tele. It's interesting. Nancy be kuma kendo le fola jam. But la line is dropped. Okay, yeah, so Nancy la line dropped maybe from my end. So I don't know what happened. But anyway, thank you so much, Nancy Saho. Thank you. We're gonna draw the curtain here tonight in this early hours of Tuesday morning in the UK right now. Early hours of Tuesday morning in the Gambia as well. It's 01:06 a.m. in the Gambia, 01:06 a.m. in the United Kingdom. Balton Tolabake, thank you for being here. Even though it's late, over 500 people came to watch the program on both YouTube and Facebook, which shows the level of interest. Alimen Soto Bantabala. I appreciate back. Thank you so much for tuning in. So hopefully Wednesday's edition will come earlier than normal time. But let's continue the advocacy. Liro Suda da Tonga Malade. On the 4th man jump for back. So I'm gonna campaign you going. Badin Wolfanang, Alinga Mol call ye la mol ye diami la mol ye kana katofa baroye. Wala ni election manke chahan te ni manke politique kuti. Be appeal la Gambian ol be amanke kontolu na Adama Barrow konne as a person. Adama Manu Atanola. Wallahi ni manke chahan kumati. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. Adama Manu amanyaton kaya quality soto. Alingan men kijo faro fon warata. I will say this with my camera on. If ninga Adama Jibe molu sifa le memba dala oli deba yene fokunum brena program soto. Nibe katro fa la lawyer Dabo versus Adama Barrow. Nyanta ben jibelo. Look at the quality of the people, the team around lawyer Dabo. Ye Uncle Larry Sise wol jeje. Ye oli deba wada wol jeje. Ye Lamin Sane wol jeje. Nembe no OIC. Ye Adamala, ye Honorable Sana Jawara wol jeje. Lawyer Kumba Jaite wol. Rahim Malik Lo wol. Talib Ben Suda wol. Is a warning do Sano wol dol comparable. Is that not an insult or say humbalo? Rambo Jata, Fabakari Tombo Jata, FJC. Gameno, sign no Munabe caring, Nyinfoma Yanaka contest between UDP and Barama Barrow. Ali quality of the people give it around Barrow, Sidinjai. Ali Adamala Timo Jibe. Kodinini la lebe farinji. Lamin Jasi, Tamse Jasi Kafuta Jesai. Lamin Boja will be Tataji. Lantom Montamba will. Kodinino drum. These are all money seekers. Ima intellect soto, ima ability soto. Look at them. Ali Jibe, Gambia dukari alinga right choice ke. Na banko meta batari ne. Moltula nola nyindia mola every time. We can only talk. But Adamala Timo ni lawyer Dabala Kulmo Infake compare is an insult to UDP. Intelengaf. Nali UDP la media platform ol jibe. Kurun tolonga program also to binto bantaba ni oli diba wada. Almost 2 hours. Oli diba yel Adama Barrow tofo sinya killing them. Beraba fokanga a private jet ota. Ako in fact one of the reasons why I don't think political kono berabe no ADP aya jeko Adama Barrow a private jet oleta kata New York ako waya wodun talale. Anala late modern nata diam wakay ko bari ni sifa lebe kala natul sifa li jamfata political. Ako one of the reasons me adundi political kono president of foire of a poor country like a private jet ota. Anu nyanda mobe titlale. Adama e kulle ke me alon ko Gambia momenya na karto fere Adama e. Adama e private jet ota janne million wala dunta je wasuduna jata kende atole wasuduna karamo tole. Bari biwo Adama le kayal nyasoto. Mana ay private jet ota. I how many million spend with private jet ota fam? I'll remind you not amount lale. But it's I don't know how many millions. Private jet o. Ate kum killing fatu babaro. Kekes idonta private jet o kono. Itata. Fatu babaro ma fa ko he bari president baro yamra nyente tinya rote bam. Ntolo halin se dun noni commercial flame nale. No, but Fatu babaro doesn't care. Alingana banko salvage. Let's save our country. This is the moment that we can do it. Alingana together. Alinga si konante abonin sondamol kono. Dole beji akura malebe wol kono nak. Ite wol jarala no. Wol di amote wo bondi la. Luwa da maleke wol bondi. Akamtele ko ni mo racista. Luwa le ka ragle. Mo racist ringo. Ina se tara doku dulale. Ate hanyi la kuma fola. 29 million. Thank you Keba Madi Bojang. Adama Barrow $29 million. Million muwan ning kononto. Ay woleta atata Adama private ghetto kata New York. Nyingeta jam mutu bala nyingeta. Alane Adama moy diam la. Birana ta airport ako da small amount of money. Ako Gambia la molko command but that's small amount of money. Modol be la balwo be kele te million of fonds sotola. Sa ko ya killing full of for tang for muwan kononto. Adama kana loka fu mole ko mo ko dindi neti. Adama be tawla mulla. Ge iko biwo Adama ka hani akaka nan tuli hani nan ka carte wala. Oje Jallo wol ba support kam. Oje Jallo ba support kan dalilu mena konante yare mako wax. Oje Jallo mom dafa support Adama Barrow because dafa bañ UDP. Du dara de. Oje xamna oje su taxaw fi sama woko. Oje Jallo mom lu mo support Adama Barrow neko na dafa bëgg Adama Barrow mom dafa bañ UDP. Te ñu bari loolu la ñoo tax ñu ko support. Waye loolu du yóbbu dëkk bi ci kanam. Dëkk bi dafa paan. Dëkk bi mënut a dem ci kanam. Ay fan yu néew ñu ngi war a dugg ci élection nañ leen salvage suñu dëkka yëfi xeet du dimbale réew man yëfi xeet bi lu mu nekk ci ñeneen ñi dem ma dee jaaxal xanaa xeet dañ ko dee binda ci forehead nit Adama Barrow biñ tey di ñoo toppa nii Adama wax fii ne moom soose la de waaye Adama sax so because Adama ñu bari ñu ko jegeñ tey because lu moo nekk président am na ñoo xam ne gëmuñ yàlla imal dankene ya itolu wo dulabe diari itolu kata woleto andi bu kana malo fongo soto ni ki yow doo mën a gëm yàlla xanaa soo nekk opposition da ngaa dee ni tar opposition yi be faalale moo doolu bulata Yaya Jammeh no ma jande nga ñim fo Yaya Jammeh be Gambia lol faaka waato menna imam bala fa soto de support Jammeh de enable tay dugal nañ ci Adama Barrow nak ibe Adama Barrow no mo kilingul alama ala ya tenkereng ku fi lahu nak nga fogne you will not be exposed. Gambians will know you tomorrow. Momo mabota jang yamra molte lonna Gambia molte lonna alama soto ko rosiala be dana janne fo wati do ngana programme ko fana nan si sa hole flying I am fired up because Adama Barrow la call nimba fola it really gets into me. Really, it gets into me. Allah barakatuh. Yo, ala mamma bera aram sol ala barakata ke jamfa man bete ya wala na imaji apply suku singate adoyata NPP mobuka dia mo ko moy aketa mondingoti NPP because imalala harama dungo nak inyata ka wasa e bunyamen horomo men soto UDP afela tata NPP he's nobody in NPP ika ralil fonsole do ko microphone di ala ka diamu ndeysan abala fa warta wala na hadama dingo e wasa drong ila fora ya kanyandi ila fora ya muta ablay suku singate fele adoyate NPP Ahmad Baka muta ka disgrace ka attack kabara sawunta NPP barabota o state house diamola rally to apply suku singate buka diamu sayanga nyim fojang maybe bita microphone o dila la prukante proof wrong but that will be too late apply suku singate fela doyata NPP you know dusa no fela doyata NPP today NPP jumaleje hijack meli yale non selo tay ni aje ka microphone di Fatmata Jawara la aning Maimuna Sise Dabo wo pour ka situation camouflage ka situation no nying ka is a decoy ka foko ngi kumayandi le bali me kumayandi so they just give them the microphone to talk so that they feel they are important but they are not important. Today, Sidinjai is more important to Adama Barrow than Maimuna Sise Dabo than Fatoumata Jawara. And this is a fact. Jumaleka decision or ta, Sidinjai and others, they say, Subhanallah. Niemira Sidinjai, Makamala, this Sidinjai leka Sanyo were remember NPP because Gambia president also remember Jamfan Tuoti. Momo Jamfakere, Abuke Wati. Emang si Alabuka Mendi sometimes. Imagine ablay kusingate ate adoyate NPP you know lungo mena abe gameplay la UDP kan ala telephone be off amalon ko nyine ba nyato today what has happened to ablay kusingate this should be a lesson to every Gambian mo be damin taraje nin dunia domon sulo nin duniati nin nafulo nin palaso nin dunia makamo momo ya muta yake kungoto ni ibakela en fora ya kanta ni mengo men soto je la fora ya kanta alon ko mi harje wolati bari jiko dolu bije o mo monding jiko leti it's very very sad. I feel sorry for him right now because he's now in NPP. He's a nobody there and they don't even trust him. NPP for they don't trust him. That's why I become microphone or the idea. Somebody who was the national organizing secretary at the level of the UDP. Today, la position of relegate to nobody in NPP because of what? You reap what you sow. Yemen fee or like a falling. Ye kucha fee kucha lebe falling na. Ye kucha fee te tubanyo sotola. So alama sute kero shiala for Alabalungo. Thank you for being here and good night from the United Kingdom. Alabaraka.